Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a different and hopefully fun kind of video for you today. Matt from Let's Play All and I are going to show you our favorite Pearl Jam riffs to play, to ponder, and upon which to pontificate. I'm going to let him kick off the proceedings, but be sure to go check out the other half of this video on his channel, to which I will link in the description. Take it away, Matt. Good to have you.
People of Ryan Lendt's channel, I hope you're all doing well, and Ryan, thank you so much for having me one more time. This is good fun, isn't it? So, favourite riffs to play. Now, it's a bit of a tricky one because there are about a million, but I'm going to go with my favourite riffs that I like to play at the moment. And I'll give you one of Stone's and one of Mike's. So that keeps it nice and simple. And then on my channel, obviously, you can come and see Ryan's other two and my other two. The world will be, you know, yin and yang. So the first one I'm going to go for is this. Etc. Now I know I'm only allowed one riff, so I won't cheat, but I could have picked probably three in this song alone, and this is In Hiding. It is just one of my absolute favourites to play live. It's one of my favourites to noodle around with when I play in band practice. I'm always sort of, it's just a really nice full sounding riff. So I love the tone. It's kind of it's not a particularly gainy tone. You know, it's very articulate. You can hear all the notes. It's just something lovely about it. It's essentially just an A to a D, right? An A with an A sus4 and then a D, D sus4. Back to a D. So really simple. Simple, cyclical kind of riff, but it's Stone's voicings that I love. It's just super satisfying, that is. And the second chord as well. So that is, at the moment, my favourite riff to play by Stone, and why.
That's my favorite Pearl Jam song. I see your Stone riff, and I will up you a hybridized Mike and Stone riff, Faithful. Why is Faithful one of my favorite songs to do all those P words about? First of all, it's in open G with volume. That is D, G, D, G, B, and D. So now you can go play a whole bunch of Rolling Stones songs, but in the pre-chorus, when you're bending those D and G strings, what you're doing is you're bending an upside down power chord, and you don't often get to bend power chords in such a neat and tidy fashion. Smoke on the water style, right? And the one finger aspect of the rest of that riff is really rewarding too. And if you want, you can go up to the 12th fret. That's fun to do for fun. But in the chorus of Faithful is not my favorite Pearl Jam riff, not my favorite riff of all time by anybody, but my favorite single note ever played by a human in the history of life on Earth, and that is the following. The chords, Mike's part, are basically G suspended 4 and regular G. And then Stone chimes in with this note. It's a G note on the G string 12th fret. So what I hear when I listen to Faithful is Mike going G, G, G. And then Stone goes, here's a higher G. And then you get to play octave chords Soundgarden style in the same fret, because remember, this string isn't the A string, it's the G string now, so we've got 2 G strings, and you get to put 2 fingers in the same fret, and that's always fun. Stone ups the game even more with, which is a D note, a really high D note. D is the 5th note of the G major scale and a part of the G chord. So Stone is now going D. Faithful.
Now, one of my favourite mic riffs to play at the moment is, I'm going to change pickup selector to the in-between jobby. And I mean, if I play, you already know what I'm going to play, right? It's kind of the way he plays it live as well that I'm loving. It's a bit more distorted, and it just gives him room to, it's just a platform for him to noodle. Anyway, let me run through it. So yeah, it's just amazing. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do there, and so much that he does as well that has given me some nice places to play nice things around the fretboard, right? So you know, you can just learn a load of Yellow Ledbetter stuff and totally, you know, be able to apply that to just little solos and stuff you want to do around the key of E. So those are 2 of my current favourite Pearl Jam riffs. I mean, they change kind of weekly. Ryan, you might find this as well, because we, you know, put out so many of these these sorts of lessons. And yeah, if you enjoyed that, then please do come over to my channel and have a look at the other half of this and see Ryan's other 2 favourites and my other 2 favourites. So Ryan, thanks again for having me, buddy. Appreciate it, and we'll chat soon, no doubt. And everyone else, thanks very much indeed for watching. Cheers, bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for coming, Matt. That was a lot of fun, and everybody be sure to go check out the second half of this video, so to speak, over at his channel. This last riff I'm about to share with you is the moment in history that Stone Gossard became my favorite guitar player of all time by a wide margin, and that is his noodly bits in the climax of Given to Fly. And what I like about it is not just the syncopation and the oddballedness of that riff, but the fact that they saved it for the end. That's an amazing riff. They could have sprinkled it in throughout the song, but they saved it, and that makes the explosion of the end of Given to Fly go for me. And not only is it featured in the big explosion, but it also takes the song down as the song comes to an end. Two of my favorite Pearl Jam riffs to do all those P words about, 2 of Matt's, and you can find 4 more on his channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope that was fun, maybe even a little nudge to go find some things to learn how to play, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.